Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here on WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, and I am your digital news desk host. We do have some breaking news that is happening right now in the city of Jackson that I want to tell you guys about. There's an active crime scene that is happening, and let me get it pulled up here so I can show you. We got pictures of what's going on right now, and here, let me get this open. So we have an active crime scene that is happening, and we are told that it is at Rondo and Campbell Street at the cross section there. So the interview that happened this with Detective Tommy Brown of the JPD said a woman called reporting that her husband was missing. Authorities were led to a vacant home on Campbell Street through their investigation. We're not sure exactly what led them there. No body has been found, and missing person has not yet been identified. But this is just one of the scenes there. Go back. We have the city of Jackson police there putting up crime scene tape, and we are not sure of exactly what is happening there, what is going on, but we will keep you updated. Keep it tuned in here to WLBT so that we can let you know about it. Now, let me get the map pulled up for you guys so you can see exactly where this is. Okay, so here is Campbell Street and Rondo Street here in Jackson. Let me pull out so we can get a look at where this is in association with the downtown of Jackson. So here is downtown Jackson right here in the bottom kind of middle of your screen. And right here on the red point, also where the mouse is the where this crime scene is right now. So we are waiting to find out exactly what is going on there. We have not yet found that out. Like I said, we did speak with the detective of Jackson Police Department, and the information that he gave us was that a woman called reporting that her husband was missing. Authorities were led to a vacant home on Campbell Street through their investigation. We're not sure what led them there just yet, but we will get that information to you as quickly as we possibly can. Also, there is some breaking news out of Clinton that just came through. A drive-by shooting and a house fire determined to be connected to a Jackson murder. So authorities are investigating after uncovering a connection between a drive-by shooting and a house fire in Clinton and a murder that occurred here in Jackson. Now, on May 22nd, we reported that two men were fighting when one pulled a gun and shot the other. Juan Taylor, age 39, was the one that was shot. He was taken to UMMC where he later died. Jackson police did issue a search warrant for the alleged suspect. And let me get the picture of this suspect pulled up for you guys here. Let me make sure I'm hitting the right stuff. Here we go. So this is the alleged suspect right here on your screen. His name is Jeremiah Hampton. So Jeremiah Hampton apparently or allegedly shot Juan on May 22nd, shot and killed Juan Taylor on May 22nd. Well, on May 23rd, Clinton Police Department responded to a call regarding shots fired in a house on Cherry Park Boulevard with no reported injuries. And they sent out a press release saying that after investigating it, they uncovered that there was a connection between these two incidents. Thursday evening, Clinton Fire Department responded to a house fire at that exact location of the shots fired call. According to the press release, a witness claimed to see two black males pouring an accelerant around the perimeter of the house before setting it on fire. Clinton Fire Department was able to extinguish the fire with minimal damage to the structure. CPD, Clinton Police Department, in a collaboration with Jackson Police Department, they are currently conducting an investigation into these crimes that they believe to be linked between the two cities. So we are following this. We reported to you when the shooting happened. It was in the morning and early morning time, and there was a gentleman there at a convenience store that was right across the street who saw it happen, witnessed it happen after the alleged suspect, Jeremiah Hampton, who is here on your screen, took off from the scene. The witness went over to Juan Taylor, attempted to give him the best first aid that he could. And then once the officials arrived, he was taken to the hospital and he did die there. But this is the alleged suspect. I believe he was driving a Nissan Altima that had Texas license plates on it, or a Texas license plate. But Clinton Police Department and Jackson Police Department are believing that the crimes that have happened recently in Clinton with the house fire and the call of shots fired are connected with this incident that happened in Jackson. So this on your screen again is Jeremiah Hampton. He is the alleged suspect, and police are still looking for him. If you have any information on where he is or his location or anything else regarding this, please give Jackson Police Department a call. You can also call Crime Stoppers or Clinton Police Department. But those are just a couple of, like, literally within the past 10 minutes, breaking news information that we got here. And we will keep you updated on all of this. Your best bet is to download the Wlbt app so that you can get those alerts and notifications when breaking news comes into the station here, and we send that information out to you guys so that you can get it right away. So we have the information on the crimes in Clinton being connected with this murder that happened here in Jackson, and also a active crime scene again that is happening. Now, these are not connected with the crime scene that is currently happening is not connected with the Clinton or Jackson murders. The Clinton crimes or Jackson murders, but or as far as we know, that they just happen to come in that fast. I'm trying to get my computer to work so I can get these pictures pulled up for you guys again, for the crime scene that is happening on Rondo and Campbell Street. So let me go back and show you guys what we have currently going on over there. So here's the pictures that we have. We have Jackson Police Department out there. They are putting up crime scene tape. We can see them here. And these are just the pictures that we have currently right now, putting up the crime scene tape. Again, a woman called reporting that her husband was missing, and authorities were led to a vacant home on Campbell Street through their investigation. We're not sure what led them there. According to Detective Tommy Brown with the Jackson Police Department, no body has been found, and they haven't identified the missing person yet. So that's what we got as far as breaking news right now. We will keep you guys updated with any additional news that we get regarding any of this. Now, we also have, let me get that open back here for you guys. Two murder suspects here in the Jackson area. They were caught and they are now in custody. So, let me get this. I'm sorry. With the breaking news, it comes in so fast, and I'm trying to get everything set for you guys. It's just me here working this desk. So, the two murder suspects that are behind bars this morning are 18-year-old Delbrico Timms and 54-year-old Bernard Brown. They have been taken into custody. They are accused of killing Glenn Stevens and Johnny Booker Jr. on West Capitol Street on April the 4th. Their bonds have been placed at $1 million. I'm sorry, $1.5 million each. But they have been taken into custody, and that is the information that we have on them currently. And let me get back over here. So there were two hurt in a shooting that happened in Yazoo City. So the FBI is assisting the Yazoo City Police with a drive-by shooting that happened where two people got shot. So, Police Chief Terry Gann says it happened on Meadowood Drive around 7:30 on Wednesday night. The chief does believe it to be gang related. So they say a black car allegedly drove up to the two victims who were standing outside of a home. The driver started firing. The two victims were shot multiple times with what investigators believe to be an assault rifle. So the FBI is now called in to assist in this investigation. And Police Chief Gann says the victims, who are in their 20s, are in stable condition at a local hospital. No suspect or motive has been released at this time. Now, there was also a crime that happened up in North Mississippi where a high school teacher has been arrested um, and he is accused of inappropriately touching children. So, police arrested Kevin Stanfield, age 51. He's on your screen right here, and he is a teacher at Starkville High School. They arrested him on Thursday. The crimes that are being purported happened at Starkville High between March and May, according to four of his alleged victims. The police department did not release any more details about the alleged crimes. And Starkville Okeechobee School District Director of Communications, Haley Montgomery, said that the school district does not have a statement to release at this time, and they couldn't answer any questions about his employment because citing it was a personal matter. But again, his name is Kelvin Stanfield. Age 51. He was a teacher at Starkville High School, and he was arrested being accused of touching children inappropriately. We're going to continue to monitor this situation or this story, and we will, of course, bring you guys the information as it comes in to us. So I see you guys are tuning in here on Facebook. I appreciate you joining me here for WLBT Plus and making the comments. I see where Tamika Forrest says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tamika. We appreciate you tuning in and commenting. And Rena Major is not happy about, and I'm guessing it's a story on the teacher that I just did, the teacher in Starkville. But thank you guys for tuning in on Facebook for WLBT Plus. This is our streaming platform, our streaming show here with WLBT is kind of a different way of getting the news to you guys where we can communicate with you and chat with you through our social media platforms while we're giving you the news. You guys can ask questions and I will answer them, of course, to the best of my ability. Also, give us information on things that may be happening, or if you're requesting any updates on anything, we love to hear from you guys. So, Rena Major says that we trust teachers with our kids. This is horrible, and I completely agree with that, Rena. Now, saying that, these are alleged crimes. The victims are alleged. He's being accused of this, but we don't have confirmation. Of course, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law here. So we just know that he was arrested, he was accused, and we are reporting that information to you guys. So we are also continuing to follow the FBI raid targeting Hinds County District Attorney Jody Owens. Now, Jackson City Councilman Kenneth Stokes says that the feds need to be looking into missing money in the city that Three on Your Side first uncovered. So, Ward 3 Councilman Kenneth Stokes says that he doesn't know whether the raids have anything to do with the city's garbage contract, but he is hopeful that the agents will root out any corruption they find. And he also wants them to find taxpayer money that he says is still missing. Now, this is money that we first told you about nearly 3 years ago as part of a Three on Your Side investigation. More than $1 million went to a Florence company for COVID cleaning around the city, but there was no proof that the work had ever been done. The employee who had ties to the transfer of that money was then constituent services manager Keisha Sanders. And we're going to go to Councilman Stokes and listen to what he had to say.
My biggest question I want to ask the FBI, where our $1 million? $1 million came up missing with the Keisha Sanders situation. We got streets that need to be paved. We got bridges that's closed. We got swimming pools that's closed. Children can't even swim this summer. We need our $1 million. Don't just stop at the city council and the DA. Let's look at everybody and let's find out who been taking the money.
Now, Sanders did later plead guilty to wire fraud in an unrelated federal investigation regarding grant money that she ended up paying herself. Her sentencing was postponed 4 different times. We don't know if that means that she might be working with those investigators. Even if she was, it's not clear if she could have had any influence on these raids that were carried out this week. We are continuing to follow this case. We have not gotten any additional information from the FBI that we can confirm and report to you guys. But we are digging. We are trying to find out what, why, and how behind the FBI raids that happened for the Hinds County DA Jody Owens. Jennifer James here on our Facebook page is asking, she asked it a few minutes ago for the latest on the FBI raid for Jody Owens, and that's what we got right now. And that's all that we've got. As soon as we get more, we will certainly get it out to you guys. But that's what we have right now. Now, there is an economic development project that's happening in Hinds County, and it promises to bring, because, sun's going to be shining off of them, but bring clean energy to thousands. So, county officials say that the Soul City Solar Project that would include a 6,500-acre solar panel farm. They say that it's going to generate enough power to enough energy to power more than 95,000 homes. They also say that this project is expected to bring up to $150 million in new long-term tax revenue. County officials are excited about it. Some people who live near the site are not on board. Um, so he's saying that they're not on board with this project. I did a story last year on a solar panel farm that was put in Clark County, and the residents there, they were definitely not on board with it. Um, you can find more information about that on our website, but this one that is happening in the Soul City, or called the Soul City Solar Project, you will have an opportunity to go to a hearing, a public hearing for the project. But first, let's take you to a video, an interview we have.
We're using more electricity as a society, so we need to generate more of it. And solar is one of the most cost-effective means of generating new power. The cost of solar energy has dropped over 90% in the past decade.
Are they going to repair the land? Are they going to clean up? Is this something that's going to last?
So, like I said, a public hearing is set on the project for Tuesday at the Hinds County Courthouse over in Raymond. Now, what I can tell you but when the investigation and the story that I did on solar panels, they cleared hundreds of acres of land, not nearly as much as what this one is going to be taking. The one that was in Clark County was 650 acres. This one is 6,500 acres. They cleared the land to put these solar panels in. There are a lot of things that they can do with the solar panel farm as far as the ground underneath, but not every solar panel company does that. They can continue to farm the land that wouldn't be used as far as like trees and things like that, but they could produce vegetables and things like that in the soil underneath if they take the right precautions and care of it. However, you got to think, is this something that you would want to live next to? These solar panels can be anywhere from 8 to 10 feet in the air. Now, this development does say that they are going to put a fence around it, but they don't always in every situation. And that's a lot of solar panels, 650 acres. That is a lot. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you agree with the solar panel farm? Do you agree with using solar energy? I have nothing against solar energy. I love the fact that we can get power from the sun and be able to use that. But, this you have to think for yourself, what is your personal opinion on clearing 6,500 acres of land of agriculture, trees, and land? You have animals living there and habitats and things like that to put in these solar panel farms. It's a lot. That is a lot of trees going down. But I would love to know what you guys think about this. If you are someone who would be affected by the building of this solar panel farm over in Hinds County, the public hearing is set to happen on Tuesday at the Hinds County Courthouse in Raymond. It is a public hearing where you would be able to go and not only hear information on it, but also possibly speak at there and let people know why you are against it or for it, if that is the case. But again, that public hearing is set for Tuesday at the Hinds County Courthouse over in Raymond. Now, there has been some new information coming out from the NCAA that they are going to allow collegiate athletes to get paid. This is a very highly debated subject. A lot of people have very big feelings on this. But the collegiate athletes are one step closer to getting paid by their colleges. The NCAA and its 5 power conferences have agreed to pay college athletes as part of a massive antitrust settlement. Now, this settlement is expected to include about $2.7 billion in back pay damages owed to former Division I athletes dating back to 2016. Now, the settlement still needs to be signed by a judge, but if it is approved, schools can begin sharing revenue with these athletes as early as next fall. Now, there's a lot of people who think that if you are a collegiate athlete, you should not be getting paid for attending school, for playing the sport. However, if you look at it on the flip side, a lot of these schools are making a lot of money off of these collegiate athletes. So there's a lot of people that have a lot of big feelings about this subject. And, I think if they're making money off of these athletes, off of these college kids, then there should be some kind of revenue sharing for these kids. Now I know a lot of them, well, actually, they get their college, get full ride scholarships. They get a lot of stuff for getting the opportunity to play these sports, but they don't get money. Not yet, not now. But if the judge does sign this settlement, they could. So, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that they should? Do you think they shouldn't? Let me know in the comments. No, a man that was sentenced to life in prison after killing 8 people in 2020 is not going to get a new hearing. So, the state Supreme Court has rejected a request that was made by Willie Corey Godbolt to have his case reheard. He was initially sentenced to the death penalty for killing 4 people and to life in prison for killing 4 others. He appealed to the state Supreme Court, and oral arguments were heard last year. But they are not going to hear the appeal case. They have voted against that, and he is currently being held at Parchman. And the video that you're seeing on your screen is the crime scene of where it happened. They also showed the victims, and showed him coming into the courtroom right there. But the Supreme Court's not going to hear his argument. They're not going to hear his case. He is going to continue with the sentencing that he has of life in prison for killing 8 people. That happened back in 2020. Now, we told you last week, first time last week, about a new law that could force a shift in the ownership of the Smith Wills Stadium. So the state transferred the stadium to the city of Jackson back in the 1940s, but it was under very specific conditions that it was transferred.
That stadium, that's exactly what we're doing.
So the CEO of Hank Aaron Sports Academy announced this week that the smoke shop on Smith Wills property will be leaving. Now, we've had conversations with members of the legislature that say there's a concern about the lease and subleases that are connected to the property. They say that these leases could be in violation with the terms of the deed. And one Ole Miss law professor told us that it really depends on the terms of the deed or how they are interpreted.
The restriction, although it was drafted, a long time ago, almost 80 years ago at this point, is still likely enforceable or valid. The real issue is the extent to which there has actually been a violation of the terms of the deed restriction.
So Representative Earl Banks did question, he questioned why this was added to this year's bond bill. And he says there was never any discussions with the Jackson delegation or the city to his knowledge. But the terms of the deed have been brought up in the last 10 years as other developments consider locating to the property. We're going to give you guys all the information on that when we get it in. It's been a very crazy or busy week, not crazy week, but it's been a pretty busy week. It's been a very hot week here in the capital city. And let's take a look real quick at what our current temperatures are outside, see what we've got going on. So in Jackson right now, we're looking at 87, 85 in Lexington. Hazelhurst is almost touching that 90-degree mark at 87 or 89 degrees. We are expecting some of those hot temperatures to continue over the next few days or next couple of days. Now, in the next 12 hours, we do have a small chance of rain as it gets closer to the nighttime, which is a typical summer pattern here in Mississippi. We have those evening rains, especially with the high humidity that we're having. But we can see we are expected to reach up into 90 degrees by the 5 o'clock hour and drop down into the 70s as we go overnight. Now, if we look at our current radar, we can see that there's no rain in the forecast or in the area right now, but we do have that small chance of rain coming through tonight. And if we take a look at our forecast for the next 7 days, you can see we're going to be continuing this 90-degree trend through Monday with a small chance of rain. But Tuesday, we're going to jump back down into the 80s. We're going to have a lower humidity. We're going to get a little cooler at night, or cooler than we are currently at night. And our after this weekend and the Memorial Day holiday on Monday, our next chance of rain is later on next week. So that's what we're looking at as far as our forecast right now. But at least we don't have the bad storms. At least we don't have that. We may have the 90-degree weather, but at least we don't have the bad storms. So talking about Monday and what Monday is, it is Memorial Day. I got the chance this morning to talk with a retired fleet chief master from the U.S. Navy. Her name was April Beldo Lilly, and she was with us to talk about Memorial Day and also the significance of the poppy flower here in the U.S., actually all over the world, as it pertains to those that have lost their life fighting for our country. I'm going got the interview with her here, and we're going to introduce you to her and hear what she has to say. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for continuing to stay with me here at Wlbt Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, your digital news desk host. And we have a very special guest with us today. She is all the way from Washington, D.C., joining us all the way from Washington, D.C. Her name is April Beldo Lilly. She is a retired Fleet Master Chief with the U.S. Navy and also the Director of Enterprise Events and Protocol with USAA. Like I said, she's coming all the way from Washington to talk to us about the poppy wall that is there in U.S. or in Washington right now in honor of Memorial Day, and to let us know the significance of the poppy wall. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys have going on in Washington right now?
Well, thank you for asking. Yes, USAA has an exhibit, the Poppy Wall of Honor. We are at the base of the Lincoln Memorial, right across from the reflection pool. And it's an exhibit to hopefully educate, inspire, and help those understand why we pause on Memorial Day to remember the fallen. Behind me, you can see a sea of poppy flowers. There's over 600,000, and each of them represent one life that was lost since World War I in conflict.
As absolutely a beautiful sight to see there, even though it does kind of cause a little bit of sombrance because it is in honor of those that have fallen fighting for our country. Can you tell us what is the significance of the poppy? Why the poppy?
The poppy flower was it was petitioned by Moina Michael, who wrote a poem, "We Shall Keep the Faith," and she petitioned that the poppy flower be recognized internationally as the flower of remembrance. So that's why we do that today. And every Memorial Day, I wear one. You'll see it on my lapel, and it just lets us remember that freedom is not free, and we need to recognize and honor those that did pay the ultimate sacrifice.
You know, that is one thing people, may go around saying Happy Memorial Day, but it's not really a happy holiday. It's a day for us to remember those that have fought and died for our country. Can you tell me why Memorial Day is so significant to you?
Well, I believe not for those lives that were taken. Again, I wouldn't be enjoying the freedom that I do enjoy. And as a veteran myself, I want to make sure that I recognize that there were some individuals that did pay the ultimate sacrifices and their families. We want to remember them. So I want to pause and always pay homage to them.
Now, you have the poppy wall there with you in Washington, but is there a way that people around the country can participate in this poppy wall of remembrance?
Thank you for asking. And absolutely, if they would go on our website, usaa.com/Memorial Day, they can find out more information about the Poppy Wall of Honor. And there are some opportunities where they can honor the fallen, whether that is wearing a poppy flower, whether that is just taking a moment of silence to think about those that lost their lives, or, just talking about the reason why we do celebrate and take homage and just pause on Memorial Day.
I really appreciate you coming on and explaining not only what the Poppy Wall of Remembrance is, but also the significance of Memorial Day, and us taking that moment to remember those that have fought for our country. I appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a great day. All right. So that was retired Chief Fleet Master April Bildolilly of, she's with USAA now, but talking about the Poppy Wall. Memorial Day is on Monday, and it is a day that we, again, remember those fallen military men and women who gave their life for our country, who gave the ultimate sacrifice. If you are out celebrating Memorial Day, remember to take a moment and pay respect and honor to those that died for us. That is the end of WLBT Plus. I do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about something that is happening here at WLBT right now. If you go to our website, you can register to win Father's Day gifts for Dad. It's called the Man Cave Giveaway. And one lucky dad is going to win some gifts from Tillman Furniture. You can enter to win Dad a 65-inch TCL Smart TV, a Yamaha sound bar, a Marvel arcade table, recliner, and a bar table. You'll be able to see all of the items on our website, and you have until June the 10th to register to win your dad these gifts. I really like the arcade table. I remember going to the pizza place with my mom when I was little, and she would sit there at one of the little arcade tables and play Pac-Man, of all things. But that brought some childhood memories back up for me. But go to our website, WLBT.com, and at the very top of the page, you will be able to see where we have a Father's Day giveaway right there. You can see it on your screen, and you click on that to register your dad to win some of these great prizes that's sponsored by Tillman Furniture. So that is the end of WLBT Plus. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a safe weekend. Remember, don't drink and drive. We want you back here on Tuesday when the celebrating is done, and just be safe. Drink your water outside if you're going to be outside by the pool, and enjoy the weather and the family. And don't forget to just take a moment to thank all the men and women who have died for our country in the line of service. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.